Sticks and stones may break my bones, but you are stronger than every word they ever spoke over me. They had a lot to say about who I was and who I wasn't, and what I'd never be and where I'd never go. They said it with confidence, like they had access to information about my future that I didn't have. They spoke it over me in rooms I was in and rooms I wasn't. And some of those words landed, some of them took root before I knew how to pull them out. And I walked around for years wearing the labels other people stuck on me, before I was old enough to know I didn't have to keep them. But I've been reading about the one who spoke the world into existence with his words. And I've been thinking about what it means that he spoke my name before anyone else had the chance to mispronounce it. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but what they said about me doesn't define me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but the word he spoke over me outlast every word they spoke against me. They called me nothing, he called me chosen. They called me broken, he called me whole. They called me finished, he called me just beginning. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I will not stay broken. I've had people who should have built me up use their words to take something from me. I've had people who knew exactly where I was soft and aimed there on purpose. And forgiveness is something I'm working on for my own sake, not theirs. But healing doesn't mean pretending the words didn't land. They landed. Some of them are still coming out slowly, like splinters working their way to the surface years later. But every splinter that comes out gets replaced by something he says. And what he says is louder than what they said. And what he says is permanent in a way that what they said never was. Because they spoke from limited knowledge about a life they couldn't fully see. But he spoke from complete knowledge about every version of me that ever was or ever would be. And he still said, chosen. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but what they said about me doesn't define me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but the word he spoke over me outlasts every word they spoke against me. They call me nothing, he called me chosen. They call me broken, he called me whole. They call me finished, he called me just beginning. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but I will not stay broken. You know what I've learned about the words people speak over you? They only have power for as long as you agree with them. The moment you find a higher authority on the subject of who you are, their words lose their jurisdiction. And there is no higher authority on the subject of you than the one who made you, who knows you, who named you before you were born, who calls you by a name that no rejection, no betrayal, no cruel word ever spoken over you can override. So I'm returning every word that was spoken against me back to sender with no forwarding address. I don't live there anymore. I don't answer to those names anymore. I don't wear those labels anymore, because I have a new name written by a higher handed permanent ink that nothing and no one can erase. Stones may break my bones, but what they said about me doesn't define me. Sticks and stones may break my bones, but the word he spoke over me outlasts every word not broken,
not